All right, we know that when we solve inequalities, we really follow the same rules that we do for equations, not really any different. The only difference in the solution is that we'll have many different solutions that will work. So it's important that we also represent that on a number line. Now what I see here is I've got some decimals, and I want to clear out those decimals. So I need to think of power of 10 that will clear out all the decimals. So if I multiply by 10, that's not enough. So you can see I go to the hundredths here. So I'm going to need to multiply everything by 100. So let's do that. I'm going to multiply just everything here. Oopsie. Sometimes that happens. Multiply everything by 100, okay? So let's do that. And then I'm going to rewrite that. So this is going to be 120 plus 8r is greater than or equal to 200. Okay, so like always, I want to isolate so I get r by itself. So if I just subtract 120 from both sides, I get 8r is greater than or equal to 80. And now I'm just going to undo the multiplication by dividing by 8, so r is greater than or equal to 10. Now if I put that on a number line, it doesn't need to be fancy. This value here is at 10. Okay, and I start with an open circle, and then I'm going to decide, is it the values that are greater than, is that left or right? Well, the next value here is 11, which is greater than, so that tells me it's to the right. And does it include 10? Which in this case it does, so I want to shade that in right there. I'm not sure what this is. Okay, so we would have 12, and it's not necessary to put these other values here. You can just put the one included value. All right, now we got some fractions that we have to deal with. Well, we could do distributive property, and I could do that. That's fine. So I'd have x over 3 or 1/3 x, and then 3 over 3, and I can do that. Or I can just go ahead and multiply both sides by 3. Okay, so if I multiply by 3 here, and that's the whole, represents the whole side, right? But then over here I've got two parts, so I've got to multiply this by 3 and this by 3. Okay, so now when I do that, I undo the division and I just end up with 1. So I just have x plus 3 is strictly less than, it's a not including, right, 12 minus 3x. And just like before, I want to have x on one side. We've done that before, where if I add 3x to both sides, that's going to undo subtracting x, which means over here I'd have 4x. So 4x plus 3 is less than 12. I'm getting closer to where I want to be, but I need to subtract 3 from both sides, and that would leave me with 4x is less than 9 now. So x is less than 9/4. You can say that this is 2 1/4. But that's really not necessary. Where would this be? This is 9/4. And we're talking about values that are only less than that. X is the value is only less than, so we have an open circle there. All right.